Hey everybody, this is Z-Man Cuddles. Not much of a brew today, but if you're new to Gym Leader Challenge, I wanted to show you what the best deck in the format is. It's Turbo Colorless. You have 4 to 5 attackers and then the best draw engine in the game. So let's get into it. Snorlax is your best attacker. He's a tanky guy at 150 plus whatever tool you put on him, and Thumping Snore does 180. It's 3 energy, but that's easy to cheat out. Your draw engine is the best part. You have draw and 2 basics, the Squavit and the Oranguru. To nest stash, put your hand at the bottom, draw 1, and Oranguru, draw up to 3. If that wasn't enough, you have Bibarel to draw up to 5. So if you've been playing standard for a while, this is essentially like a Mew V Max engine. You're hitting amazing numbers, you're tanking hits, and then you're drawing through your whole deck. And then I like additional draw. I play the Chinchino. The 2 other targets you can get from Fan Rotom, and it can get fires in the discard, which is important for accelerating with Raihan and Mela to this. So I just really like it, kind of rounds out the draw. You feel like you never whiff with this deck. The other attackers are Cyclizar, Kangaskhan, and Fan Rotom. This is actually the best card in the deck. It's kind of a Snorlax deck, but I don't really use TM Energize that much. I'm almost always swinging with this thing the first turn. Tons of ways to tutor it out. So we have all the kind of balls you can think of. I still play Evolution Incense just because I have Chinchino and Bibarel. It's a free discard, it's fine. Level Ball just because the Fan Rotom is so important, and Nest Ball. So you have all these basic searches. These 2 supporters are the most important thing. You also have Versus Seeker and Palpad to get them back. So if you discard them, it's not really a big deal. And all of your draw, except for Chinchino, doesn't discard. So you have full control over what resources you get rid of. That's why Nest Stash, the Squavit, is so huge, because you can reset the hand, but you're not getting rid of resources unless you want to. There's no research, there's no Carmine, it's just Chinchino. So you can discard the fires and then attach them to Snorlax or your other 3 attackers. We have both Boss and Guzma. This is such an aggro deck that it's nice to have both. We have 3 hand disruption, Marnie and Iono. I've seen reset stamp in here, but I just want to make sure that I can have a playable hand. And sometimes with this deck, it has so many tools and energy and things that I really just want those supporters for the early game to get going. So I like the 3 of these instead of the reset stamp. You have the 3 tutor supporters. So you have Guzma and Hala to get your energy, your stadium, and your tool. Arvin to get the tool and an item, and then Tenacity to get the stadium and the energy. So these can tutor out all kinds of things, because the energy, like Capture Energy and Artisan, can get out your Pokemon. You can get damage modifiers. You can get HP buffs. So this can just really tutor out everything, and then you can draw with your Pokemon. So these are extremely strong. You have Mal and Lana to go with the Tag Call engine with Guzma Hala, and then this can heal a Cape Snorlax, Hex Maniac for disruption. And then funny enough, this was a Lugia, but well, our roof broke and my Lugia got water damage, so I didn't have one. So I was just hoping no one would play fighting tonight when I got the badge. No one did. I played this for extra disruption, because this combined with Parallel, this doesn't get talked about too much in Gym Leader Challenge, but let's say you're playing against Lightning, Water, Grass, Psychic, Colorless. If you just hit them with the first Parallel, that's really good. They recover it. Most people are playing 2 or 3 recovery items. You hit them with an Avery after the Parallel, it's not lights out, but it's really disruptive. So I like this. It's also just a draw 3 to kind of get me into the game. Same kind of theory I was talking about with the draw supporters. I just like to be able to play the game. A lot of times I feel like if I can play, I have a pretty good chance. Speaking of which, Artisan, this card's cracked. Chaotic Swell, just the kind of counter stuff. I do play Parallel, and normally with Chaotic Swell, I like only 1 other stadium, but I make an exception here because of the Fan Rotom. We have the Luxurious Cape, and this might seem like a liability, but 250 on a basic's hard to hit. And we have the Malolana, ways to recycle it, and a Scoop Up Net to reset that Snorlax, or you can just save it for the last prize, just kind of depends. You have Bravery Charm, this makes your Snorlax a 200, big basic. Fighting Fury Belt adds 10 or 40, so it's 180. It's 190. And so in the mirror, it kind of makes it where it still survives. So you have 3 of these. One of them can get field blowered, and then you still have the other one. That's huge. Muscle Band for a damage mod. So you have the 2 different damage mods. I play 2 Retreat. I've seen some lists do Cyclizar that has free Retreat. I just like having both of the free Retreat tools. U-turn always comes back to the hand. TM Energize, this sees less play, but you can do this your first turn if you don't get the Fan Rotom hit. You have Versus Seeker and Palpad to get back your supporters. Special Charge to get back your 2 special energies. You play 3 that count as double. And then 2 stretchers, right to hand, beautiful thing. I hate rods in good decks. Scoop up net, I don't see this everywhere, but I think you should play this because you can normally sneak in an energy attachment thanks to Fan Rotom, and it can just, if they hit into something and they want to clean it up with something like a Guzzlord, or maybe you're playing against spread, this helps a lot. You can also use it for fun things like Squavit and Oranguru to use them again. Escape Rope to get your Snorlax unstuck. Town Map, people don't play this card, y'all are greedy, play this card. Field Blower, just to get rid of tools. Tag Call to find your engine, Adventure Bag to find your like 7 tools. And then here's the key, you can play these 3 supporters. Shout out to this twin double colorless energy that I've had since for like 30 years, got when I was a kid. The 3 other special energies I play are Powerful, Jet, and Capture. Sometimes I've had the Powerful be the counter energy, but lately I feel like I'm always on the first prize. Jet over Therapeutic, this resets the Snorlax anyway. And I like it better. You can do whatever you want though. And then I find that 4 fire energy is the correct amount for finding which Chinchino to discard, for the TM Energize to work. And that feels like the perfect amount for everything here. This will change a little bit with Hop Snorlax, but the same kind of engine, just gets better and more consistent. If you're starting off with GLC, you'll have fun with this. You can learn the mechanics. You can learn when to hit with the right disruption. Like when should I hand disrupt? When should I Hex Maniac? Things like that. And so this is the best deck to learn the format, and it's honestly the best deck in the format. It's nice because it's really beginner friendly, and it's a good way to get that introduction.